Episode 7. Oh my gosh. We'll get started with this video at some point. That's right up your nose. Alright, so this episode we're talking about what I do if I don't like veggies, what to do as a beginner and I want to start working out, and what if I can't do a push-up or pull-up or similar types of movements, how do I start working on those things
really
to get
speeding
better?
through this. Are you
I
in a
feel
rush
like
to
you
get
took
somewhere?
like 30 seconds of showing your face real close
Edit
to the
some of
camera
that out
for a while.
though. I'll
But you
take
won't,
my
but you
nose
won't.
shot out. I'll take my nose shot
You
out.
won't. They won't even know
I know.
now.
You know,
Because it's
inside my
up.
nose. All right.
Anyways, alright. So, the first question is, what do I do if I don't like veggies? Now, what do we mean by veggies? Let's clarify veggies.
Let's define veggies.
So, like, we talking
French
about, like,
fries?
greens powder?
Oh.
Like, greens powder? I can take that? Is that my veggies?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
What
So
about
fries.
if I put it into a juicer?
No. No.
No.
You actually have to eat these things.
You have to eat
Yeah.
your veggies.
Yep.
I believe your mom probably told you that.
And by veggies, we
Your
mean
grandma probably told you
mostly,
that. Cruciferouses.
yeah, not your potatoes, corn.
French fries don't count.
Corn's not technically a vegetable.
Grains don't really count in that category.
Yeah,
So
beans
you got
aren't a vegetable.
That's not a vegetable. You got your broccolis, cauliflowers, spinach,
Peppers.
squashes can count in there.
Yeah.
Peppers
Carrots.
are good ones. Carrots, roots like that. Your leafies, your spinach,
Spinach.
collard.
Staring me down.
We got
I like
Wyatt
it.
over here, so
He's staring me down.
if he gets all up in the business.
Yeah.
Collard greens, turnip greens, spinach, kale, whatever you want.
Okay, so
Kale's
what if I
gross.
tell you though I
grilled lettuce?
yeah, dahlia.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
gotta
not
cut
a
that. So what if I tell you I don't like veggies though, Andy? What do I do if I don't like veggies? Like any of them, not a single one.
The first thing you have to do is decide, am I going to be an adult? That's the first thing. We don't always get to do what we just want to do, okay?
Interesting.
Otherwise, I think we would all eat Whataburger every day, every meal. Because why wouldn't you?
Or Chick-fil-A.
Or
Chick-fil-A's
Chick-fil-A.
pretty good.
Well, the occasional breakfast taco. But your health matters, and it deserves some vegetables. There's a little post about that, like, you know, the doctor's telling the little boy quit eating all his vegetables.
Yeah.
Because he ain't making no money off of them. So anyway, your vegetables are important. Sorry for the phone's going off here. Vegetables are important. And the first things first in getting these things down is to decide to do it. You just have to do it. Do it for the health benefits. Do it for this and that. Now, well, they don't taste good. They taste great, okay? They might not taste as good as a cheeseburger, and I get that. But they taste great. So you got to learn how to cook. You can't take a bag out of the microwave and expect it to taste amazing. So what are some of the things that you do to make vegetables taste better?
CW Nutrition.
CW Nutrition helps. It'll mix it right in with your meats and everything.
That's pretty much what I do. I mean, just throwing things like butter, some type
Butter,
of oil,
salt, olive oil.
different seasonings.
Grill it, roast
yeah,
it.
grilling.
Like, you can do a ton of things. Like,
Mix it
I
with
used
the
to
meat.
actually not really care for broccoli until I met Kelly, and Kelly does the roasted broccoli more often. And I was like, oh, this is really good. And with some garlic and
Well, shoot, some of those veggies you can even put a little cheese on. I don't smother this stuff in cheese. You'll add a bunch of.
yeah, nobody had a bunch of weird
calories,
cheese sauces,
but
okay?
yeah.
Because most of that's not even cheese. But the point is, if you need to put a little something on it, don't douse it in ranch or whatever. But learn to cook. That's going to be your first
And the
step.
thing too is, most people, as you start eating this stuff, you'll realize your taste buds will change. Like, there's been a lot of research. Like, there's a huge article about it in the New York Times about a year ago or so, but talking about how it's a learned thing for the most part. Like, there are maybe certain things, but a lot of it is just a learned thing. You learn what to like, what not to like. And so that thing, your taste buds can change over time. So if you start eating more veggies, you'll probably like eating more veggies eventually. So, all right, so just eat your veggies.
You didn't like beer at first, and now you don't stop.
That's true.
Come here, Bubba.
You gotta suffer through
You
that.
all right? Yeah, he does.
All right. So as a beginner, what's the best way to start working out? This question comes from Joel off of Facebook.
Joel,
also known as Superman / Clark Kent. So, so what's the best thing to do? So as a kind of a fresh beginner, whether you haven't done it in a long time, that puts you back as a beginner. Or if you've never done it, I mean, kind of one of the easy places to start, which I know is kind of a general term, but just start using big movements. There's a lot of stuff you could do at home or kind of any typical gym if you're, wanting to go out to a gym. But things like squats, push-ups,
your
pull-ups.
biggest bang for your buck, and you're kind of like your calorie burners.
Yeah.
I like the like you have a pair of dumbbells or take some bricks at your house, and whatever you want to do, and do like something simple like a thruster. It's a squat with an overhead movement. Start to master the body weight basics like push-ups or pull-ups, and as you progress on from there in volume, you'll be surprised what you can do once you put a barbell in your hand. Like we always see, when people will get focused on getting body weight strong, dips and whatever, what they can do with weight.
Yeah, and your goal's important here. I mean, your goal is to lose weight, and you're just starting to work out. Then the big mistake most people make is just start doing a bunch of running.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first mistake because most people don't know how to run right, so people get hurt.
It's just repetitive movement. They're going to get injured. It doesn't burn as much as they think it's going to. You don't get the muscle stimulus to actually burn any calories.
Some type of resistance training to build muscle.
Definitely worth your while to mix in to focus more on the strength training aspect.
Yeah.
For your weight loss.
So I mean, you could look up honestly. There's tons of workouts for kind of beginners basics online that you can follow. Definitely as a beginner, doing something over doing nothing is you almost always will see a result.
Yeah,
change your food.
And that's what, one of the biggest things I like. It's like if you're truly just beginning, just change your habit of I don't move much, and so instead of like basically saying, oh, I want to work out 1 hour a day, 3 times a week, I just like most your day, just start to make it movement, walking, whatever, standing a little bit more than you're sitting. Try to make that subtle shift from sedentary to active, and you're already start making a lot of headway there. You know? So
all right, last question. So what if I can't do a push-up or pull-up? How do I get stronger at these movements? And this comes from Anonymous K.
I think they could hear that.
Probably not. I didn't even hear it.
Get a better mic. So I can hear it.
All right. So you can't do a push-up or pull-up. What do they do?
Try pulling harder.
And pushing harder.
No, that's not going to work.
Oh, on the pull-up?
Pull yourself down to the earth. So to get better, there's a lot of ways to start. My main thing is pick one, start there, and give yourself different stimulus, right? Give yourself something different. Your body's always going to adapt, which is good. That adaptation is what's going to allow you to eventually do those movements. But so one of the places I like to start, say like with a pull-up. If you can't do a pull-up, great. Can you hold yourself over the bar for 5 seconds? Let's start there. It's a yes or no. If you can't, we're going to build up that time. If you can, we're going to build up that time. Like you're going to start with isometric. Isometric holds are a great place to start, which is literally just you holding a position for a prolonged period of time, which will get you stronger in that area of the range of motion. You can do this with push-ups or pull-ups. If any of you are familiar with yoga, there's the chaturanga pose. Is essentially, like if there's any yogis out there, don't be getting on my case. It's essentially an isometric hold in the bottom of a push-up position, all right? But doing something like that, holding yourself down there is going to build that strength in that end of the range of motion. So those isometrics are great for that. You could literally do it anywhere. You could practice it frequently. And then eccentrics are another big one. So that's like with the push-up, you really think about it in terms of you pushing out. So the eccentric or the negative of that is going to be you lowering yourself down to the earth.
And then you just roll yourself back up.
Yeah, and
lower yourself back down.
The same muscles that make you go up, make you come down. And so you're still working the same muscles. You're still building some strength. Now, eccentrics are actually a lot harder on the muscles and the tendons. So they're going to cause a higher level of soreness than not doing them. So you gotta think like with your recovery time, it's gonna go up. Those kind of tear you up a little bit. We don't do a lot of eccentrics after you're able to do them because of that reason. So
yeah, another big thing is to focus on the quality, not the quantity. Like if you're sitting there trying to do sets of 10, but your last 5 reps, you're sitting there.
You're trying to get your first one, and you're trying to do sets of 10.
It's pointless because you're doing a bad rep and you're practicing bad reps over and over again. So don't focus on a number so much as the quality of the movement that you're doing. So
quality.
All right, so just kind of give you an example. Actually, there's a little pull-up program I saw just the other day. It's super basic, super simple. So like if you could do one pull-up, literally like week 1, you're doing 6 sets of one pull-up. Week 2, you do 5 sets of 2 pull-ups. Like you just, I mean, literally that simple. Week 3 is, you just keep going up. I mean, it's a very simple thing. You can do the same thing. See, he's excited about pull-ups.
He almost got his first one.
You could do the same thing with negatives. You could do 1 or 2 negatives, but same thing. Do 6 sets, 1 week, 5, 4, 3. Up your reps each time. You'll start getting stronger because you're just doing the movement more. You got to practice the movement if you want to be better at the movement.
Parts of it. That's why I like, even for the push-ups and the pull-ups, I like the scapular push-ups and pull-ups because a lot of people just don't know how to move their back, don't know how to recruit those muscles. So they're just trying to pull with shoulders, pull with biceps, pull with things that aren't going to ever be strong enough to pull. Yeah. So kind of like fine-tune those. And that's really where a coach comes in handy because I don't expect to throw out, oh, start doing scapular pull-ups. And you know what that means. Like, yeah, you can get on YouTube and you can try it out. But having somebody show you, that stuff's kind of invaluable. You have to, it's easier to make progress when somebody has been there or can help you get from where you are right now to this next point in kind of more of a stepwise manner. So
for sure.
That's it.
Peace,
we
guys.
have no other questions.
And Wyatt has no other.
Wyatt, you want to add anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. We will see y'all next week.